Welcome to Under the Spotlight, a special series where you'll meet interesting people who add value to your life. And today is the most extraordinary day because the man that I'm going to introduce you to, that you will not only meet, but hear from, has done things that are incomparable to any other business that we can talk about, although everything he will share will apply to your business. Let me give an example of his credibility. Bob Circosta is known as television's billion-dollar man. Over the past 40 years, Bob has been able to achieve unparalleled success. He has made over 75,000 separate product presentations and has individually generated over $6 billion in sales. Wow. Bob has been featured on ABC's Good Morning America, NBC's Today Show, ABC's 2020, and in articles in USA Today, The Wall Street Journal, on stage speaking and sharing his successful techniques. And today, you are actually able to have access to his program. Stay tuned. He is truly one of a kind, a very fun-loving, incredibly talented and respected man. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to my very special friend, Bob Circosta. Hello,
Carmela.
Bob.
Oh, Carmela, my dear friend of so many years. It's so great to see you. So
It's great
great to be with you.
I can't believe we're spending time like this. I mean, it's going to be impossible to only spend 20 minutes because literally we could talk for hours. 3 hours
Okay.
would not be enough to give
We'll
you an
just
idea.
do it again. We'll do it again, right?
That sounds
Why
great.
not?
Hey, I love your book. I've
Oh,
read it
thank you.
multiple times. Thank you for putting this together for so many of us. But I understand you just recently recorded the Audible to your book. What was that like?
Oh, that was amazing to be in a studio. And by the way, I'm in the room right now where I do all my trainings, one-on-one trainings and group trainings and things like that. So if you see, I mean, I haven't watered this plant since home shopping began, so it needs water
It's
badly.
perpetually perfect.
But yes, it is. But anyhow, it was an experience because it was over 8,000 words, and I'm in this little studio with no windows, and I'm reading all this, and I'm saying, wow, I wrote that, or I said that, or what's going on? I have no idea. It was a great, great experience. Nightingale Conan produced it. And it's coming out. It's coming out today, as a matter of fact. And they're trying to get the link up on the website. And I don't know if it'll be done today or not, but it should be up on the website relatively soon. But it was a great experience.
And a great experience being in the booth, right? Being back in the booth.
Yeah,
How fun is
yeah.
that? Oh
You know,
my gosh.
that's how it all started.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. You started in the booth. My career started not only with you on air, but you took me to the booth for the very first time. I was, shaken like a leaf. But your guidance, even from the very beginning, has just been so impactful on my life. And I'm honored that you'd spend time with us today. This is all for everyone watching. Bob has some specials, some surprises for you. But I wanted to say, how funny is it that your introduction is you're one of a kind, but yet there are literally thousands of us on the air who try and duplicate you every minute of every air time. It's just kind of ironic, isn't it, though?
Well, I'm honored. I really am. And working with you at the very beginning was such a pleasure. I mean, all I did was, as they say, polish the diamond. Okay, that's all I did because you
That's
were a star from the beginning, and
special
uh,
guys.
and and it's been so delightful to see you grow over the years into different things, and you're successful in anything you touch.
Thank
And
you.
and and I just, because I know what's inside. I know the heart,
Oh,
and
that
and
means the
nobody
world.
has a bigger or better heart than you.
That
So
means the world to me. The one thing I learned from Bob that has helped me, one, have a mentor, someone who has done what you want to do and follow their lead, a good quality mentor, which he has done for many of us. Two, it's all in the messaging. And in a moment, we're going to launch his program for those of you watching right now with a special opportunity that we weren't expecting that Bob is giving us. But I have a couple questions first.
sure,
How's the,
fire away.
how's the family, your beautiful
Oh,
family?
they're doing
Are,
great.
did some of them end up in the business or still in the
Yeah.
business? Mike, Chris, Angela?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
have three. Mike's the oldest, Chris is the middle one, and Angela. Oh, there they are. Oh, I love that picture.
Beautiful.
That's great. I'm so proud of them. And we're very, very close. Every 2 weeks we have a family dinner where they all come to the house and we sit down, we have a dinner and we talk and and I really enjoy that very, very much. But
That's
they're
so
great
nice.
kids. Yeah, Mike, the oldest, he's in the home shop. He grew up in home shopping, and he still does props and demos and production. And he really, really has a great sense of what works and what doesn't work, and how to get it done. So, and
That's
then
amazing.
Angela, my youngest, she is with my company and she schedules, takes care of my schedule and does this and does that. And she's doing great. She's also going to school at the same time. And
Wow.
then Chris, he's in the hotel business and he just got promoted to the sales department at Hilton Hotels. And
Oh,
he's been doing that for quite a while, very accomplished. So I am proud of all of them. I want them to follow their own dream, do whatever they want to do, but then learn along the way and continuously serve people, help people. You have to do that all the time. So I'm
that
very
really,
proud of it. Well, thanks for bringing them up and showing
of
that picture. That's great.
course. Of course, because you are family in your heart first, right? We've
Right.
all learned from you, including the kids, and some of us consider ourselves something like your children. You have worked not only in television shopping but other arenas. Like, didn't you just do an infomercial like recently?
Yes, yes. I just started this year doing infomercials for a great product called Omega XL. And
Cool.
it's a supplement that you take, and it really helps reduce pain due to inflammation. And the
Wow.
testing on this is second to none. It's been on TV for 18 years, and millions of people have used and tried it. Larry King did a lot of the infomercials. And then sadly, when he passed away, then they called me up and asked if I would. I said, well, let me try the product. Let me see what's going on here. Send me all the research and everything so I can read about it. But I also want to try it. And it really helped. I had a problem with my hip, and I used to run quite a bit. I can't run anymore. I walk a lot, but I can't run anymore. But I had a problem with the hip area, and it really helped me a great deal. So
That's
yes,
amazing.
Omega XL, and I'm doing my third one next month. Next month.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I love
I
it. I love
love
it.
that. So when you, all right, so we have a couple of questions. You look at a
Okay.
product, we hand you a product, doesn't matter what it is. Do you have the same format and the same thinking how that's going to be presented? Is there some sort of a format that you use? Now, I've been in that room where Bob is. I've been through that training and I'm actually taking his new course, which I'm super excited about. So I'm asking because a lot of people don't understand this. If we were to hand you a product, you
Right.
have a system in your head.
Yeah, first of all, there are two quick questions that I ask on myself on any product. Number one, is this truly, genuinely going to help people? Is it going to make a difference in their lives? Is it going to enhance their lives? That's number one. And number two, how about the company behind the product? Are they going to be there to help and to serve and support along the way? And so once I get a yes to those two questions, then I go deeper. Then I start thinking about, okay, how can I best communicate the benefits of this product to others and how it's going to help them. And that's I mean, it's an in-depth process, trust me. As you well know, it's very, very in-depth. But I break it down because, Carmel, selling, and a lot of people, they hear that word and they go, "Ooh, I don't want to sell," because
Right?
it's too quickly identified with trying to get somebody to do something that they don't want to do. And that is so far from the truth, because effective selling is nothing more than effective communication. It's communicating how this will help you, but it can't be based on tricks. It can't be based on gimmicks. It's got to be based on integrity and honesty. And if you do that and you really know how to communicate it, which my course really tells, we'll talk more about that in a moment. It's funny how that course even came about after all these years. But if you look at it that way, then but here's number one: you're going to have to solve a problem. What problem does what you have solve? You have to solve other people's problems. So when you look at the product you have, or the service that you offer, it doesn't have to be a tangible product. It can be a service or an idea that you want. How is it going to solve someone else's problem? And there's a whole process in how you put that together.
Let me give everyone just some credibility behind this, because if you're looking at Bob saying, well, of course he can do it because he is at the beginning of TV shopping. He formulated and taught it, and then everyone just copied it. Right there, just look at the string of 40 years plus now of success in the industry too. Let's bring up some testimonials for people to see. One of my favorites is Marissa, a businesswoman from a company. We're going to pop these up here for you. And she makes a comment that really hit home, that if you were a work of art, you'd be the modern day Da Vinci if it were art. She's had great success because she went through your program and went on the air and sold your clients, here a couple more, have sold billions of dollars after going through your training. And as we roll these for you here, there are two that I love. I love the one from Ed McMahon, commenting on how much you've helped him. I mean, these are very notable celebrities who have had success in the arena of helping people with their products and services, right?
Yeah,
And of
yeah,
course,
and that's how the program came about for TV shopping. The program that I have now is not about TV shopping. It has nothing to do with TV. It's every business. But the TV shopping training program came about because of celebrities. Oh, there's the late great Bud Paxson. You talked about mentors and the importance of having mentors. That was my mentor. He took me by hand and said, "Here." And you know something interesting about Bud, he would never teach you. All right. You had to observe him. You had to, he would never tell you why he did something, why he didn't do something, but you had to observe him and then you could question him later. But what a great guy. What a, just a, as
I
you
had
well
an
know, because you knew him so well too.
I had an experience. You have a way of putting words on things. He sat next to me on the set, and this is when we just went national. And he was sitting there, and I'm at the desk, and he had a microphone in hand, and he sat there, and he had his eyes closed, and I was
Yep.
watching him.
Yep.
He never said anything. He just
Yep.
did what he did, and then I was to copy him. And then eventually he explained why he was doing what he was doing, was to help people really identify and describe something, even though someone isn't looking at whatever we had on air.
And
So
he also did that because when you're smiling, because notice he was not just had his eyes closed, but he was smiling when he was talking,
always.
and he wasn't on camera. All right. And so one day I asked him, I said, "Bud, you're smiling, but nobody can see you." He said, "No, no, no. When you smile, the words come out differently." And
That is
he's right.
amazing.
And he's right. What a
It's
teacher.
so true.
What a great mentor.
We've had an amazing past, but we are now in the present, and we have something for you, everyone that's watching. I want to go into this now, this precious time with Bob Circosta. He has a brand new program for all of us that we have access to at a special discount, bobcircosta.com, and the discount code is happy, which I love. That's so amazing. Okay, so here we're
Okay.
into it.
All
Here we
right.
go. So,
Now I'll tell you how you can get it in just a moment, but I want to tell
okay,
you how
great.
it came about. Okay.
Yes, please.
Because it was really strange. When the pandemic hit, it
Yeah.
seemed like everybody started doing videos on social media. I mean, that was the only way that we could interact and we could, but people started to, sell on video on social media, their products or the services they offer or their business or whatever it was. And I started getting calls and saying, could you help me? Because when that little red light goes on, when that camera goes on, I don't know what to say. I freeze, I lock up. I don't know what to say or how to say it or when to say it. And I started thinking, I said, wait a minute, that's what home shopping is. I mean, we found it. You certainly realize this. We found out at the beginning that the key to getting the response that we wanted to get was creating the right message. If we created the right message and delivered it correctly, we got the response. And then I started to think, isn't that what every business wants? They want the right response. So it's the message that is key. What you're saying, how you're saying it, when you're saying it, that's what's going to determine if anybody responds. Now, once again, this is not just for somebody with a tangible product, but it's for everybody. If you're offering a service, you're with a great company, Happy. I mean, what a great company. I mean, no doubt about it. And it might be an opportunity you're trying to share with others. That's a product. You have to look at that as a product. So what do you say and how do you say it in order? Oh, and I just came out with part of the program that it teaches someone how to sell something in 60 seconds on video. Because TikTok, you can only do 60 seconds. You can only do 60 seconds on video in many social platforms. So I wanted to, so that's in the program. So that's how it came about. So for the first time for now it's 46 years, I've never done this before. I put by video everything I've learned, the mistakes that I made, the obstacles that I faced, the solutions that I came up with, and things like that. So for the first time, it's available on video. There are 13 videos. And I think I broke it down to like 6 individual modules. And you can go back and you can watch these as many times as you want, because I wanted to come up with a way that was more of a reference guide, on what to do, when to do. Maybe you're getting ready to make a presentation. Maybe you're getting ready to share that opportunity with others. And you're saying, okay, what do I say? How do I come up with it? Well, just go to this module and watch the video, and it will break it down for you. And you'll be, so it's the first time I've ever done, and I'm so proud of it. I really am very, very proud of it.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, how can you order? Oh, I forgot.
Yes, order
you
now.
think I'd remember that? How to call
gosh.
in to order. Okay, you go to the website, bobcircosta.com, and they'll put that up. Say, oh, there it is, scrolling across the bottom. Bobcircosta.com. And you can go to the part where it talks about the course. Now, when you click on access to the course to get more information, and then when you go to place, to sign up for it, this is sold every single day all over the world, I might add, for $397, which is a phenomenal buy. To be able to get this and use it over and over and over again, it is sold every day all over the world at $397. And you're going to see where the price of it is, $397. But here's what I did for you, my dear, dear friend of so many years. We're not going to do it for $3. I feel like I'm on Home Shopping all of a sudden. We're not going to do it for $397. I want you to really experience this program. I want you to see how this program is going to help you achieve the results that you want to achieve. And I know it works. It's worked for 46 years. It has trained people from top celebrities to small businesses, to entrepreneurs, to people in all industries. So forget about the $397, but you have to put in a coupon. You have got to put in a code. And when you put that code in, and the code is happy. Wow. Wonder why I came up with that. Okay. The code is happy. All right. HAPPY, can be uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Happy. You're going to see that $397 disappear. And it's not going to reappear as $297 or even as $197.
What?
I'm going to make sure that people that are watching you right now, Carmela, people can get this, try it, use it, benefit from it, satisfaction guaranteed, $97. That's it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, $97. What? I'm not kidding. I'm going to do it.
Oh, why are you doing this? I thought the original price was great. This is great. Everybody, just leave right now. Go right to bobcircosta.com. You're crazy. I love this.
But I want people to use it. This is all, it very well. This is all about helping others. That's what it's about. Listen, and that's what this program will do, but you got to try it. So I don't want you to have to think about, I got to spend $500, $300. Right. No, $97. You got it. But you got to put that code in.
There's so much to say right now. The price just made it affordable for everyone. So in network marketing, we have a team. The team can go. But you said something earlier. I can go back and watch those modulars again and again. I'm going to make a social media post, and I'm like, I'm not sure what my message should be. I can go back and listen to whatever mod is the one about making my message. Right. Oh my gosh, why am I like so? Peter, sign us up.
And you didn't know. You knew I was going to do a special, but you didn't know it was going to go that low.
No. I mean, if I would guess the price that I would want it at, you landed there for sure. No, it's good. It's so good. Bob Circosta's success is for everyone. Do you work for a company and you're in sales? Do you work for a company and you represent them? Do you own your own business? Are you in network marketing? Look, I just want to say this right now. If you're in network marketing, and we know so many of us love our coaches, and we're looking for coaching, and we're looking for help, We are getting coaching from someone who has had success. Like I said to you at the open, we have a mentor in Bob who now has everything all written down for you, available right on his website. You can go and get it now. It's all about sharing. I know his heart, and we had a private conversation with Peter and I the other day. Bob just wants to get out all that he has in his experience, more than 40 years experience of successful selling, clear messaging, and proper communication. That's the reason for success, right? And sharing that with others. What's he going to do? Just keep it to himself? No, he now wants it out for everyone. And he's been like that for years. I've been in his training room. I've brought clients to his training room. We have used his program on television. I'm actually still on television and still use it today. But to be able to have access to it right here, right now for like under $100 is mind blowing. Because Bob, coaching can be very expensive,
Oh yeah,
right?
no question about it. And I appreciate those kind words very,
You're
very
welcome.
much. But I've always felt, and I've felt this way, that whatever I have been able to achieve and accomplish has only been due to what so many people have helped me do. I could never do it alone. It's what other people. So maybe it's a legacy. Maybe I'm thinking, because I'm not getting any younger, and and I want to leave something. I've had such a blessed life and have met so many wonderful people. And so this is a way, I guess, of leaving, information that can truly help other people. And I know some people might be thinking, the question may be coming up that, well, wait a minute, how can a guy who sells products on TV, how can he help me in my business? How can he help me increase my sales? Whether it's a product or a service or an idea or creating a business. And how can he help me? And that's a great question. And I go back once again to what we found out at the beginning, and that is the message is the key. Whether you use video or not, this is not just for video at all. This is for the written word that you can use online. You can apply these principles to that as well. So it's not just video, has really nothing to do with TV shopping, other than it's a way to know what to say, how to say, when to say it, to effectively communicate your message to others so you get the response that you're looking for. That's what it's all about, to help other people.
To help other people. So
Yeah,
now it's your turn. You've been sifting through, wondering how. I want to build. We're all looking for that residual income, extra income, a life of significance, how to help others, balling all of that up and saying, where am I going to use what platform? And it's social media, it's in person, it's in text. And you know what? We're all past that piece of, well, I don't really want to sell because we just, you're using the word share. We want to share what we have. And Bob is basically giving us that tool and kind of giving it away, which I love. So here's your answer. And I'm saying that firmly because I trust this man. He has helped many of us see that success. We utilize his program. And today now it's your turn. Bob, thank you for the deep discount, the
oh, my pleasure.
opportunity. You've just given us a little room to breathe here and to finally figure out, because when you say the message, you're talking about communication. That message
Right.
could be in Messenger on Facebook or on a text or in a blog or an email that you're writing from your company. It fits
Or
in
on the
everywhere.
phone.
Mind
You could be
blowing.
on the phone talking to somebody. It's about that effective communication. I mean, the big secret about me is this: I hate to sell. I mean, I despise it. I despise selling. I really do. Because once again, it has that connotation of trying to get people to do something that they don't want to do. And that's so far away from it. It really, if you have something that's valuable, and the course takes you through how to determine that, how to determine what the features are, what the benefits are, how to say them. It gives you the right questions to ask to get the right answers. I mean, it breaks everything down. It really does. And like you said before, Carmela, I did want to make it so it's a reviewable type product. So you can go back over and over again. There's no limit. A lot of these programs, I found out that you can only go in 3 times or 4 times. And then if you want to go back, you got to pay more. Well, that's not for me. So so
You you
anyhow,
you
yeah.
taught me something years ago, and I know our time is up and we're stretching it here, but that's cool. We have a producer who's like, yeah, go ahead, it's Bob. Um, when people say I'm afraid of selling, you taught me this. Are you doing something to someone? Or are you
Yeah.
doing? something
Yep.
for someone. I mean,
Yep.
that defines, am I sharing or selling? Now, we're
Yep.
proud that we have sold so many things to make people happy along the way, but you just help that is a mindset shift for many, isn't it, Bob?
Oh, big time. It was for me at the beginning. I mean, I remember going into Bud's office one day and saying, the early days of home shopping, as you well know, we were on the air 8 hours, 7 hours straight, 6 hours, 6 days a week, maybe seven, many times 7 days a week. And so it was hard pitching at that time, so to speak. And I remember going into Bud's office saying, Bud, I can't do this anymore. I quit. And he said, what do you mean you quit? And I remember saying, to him that if I see one more cubic zirconia diamond, I'm going to scream. I mean, what else can I say about it that I haven't already said 1,000 times? And he said something to me right then. I had no idea what he was talking about. He said, Bob, you have to understand that selling has nothing to do with sales. And I said, you're right. I don't get that at all. What do you mean selling has nothing to do with sales? And then he told me what changed my professional life like in an instant. He said, Bob, when you're selling something, you're doing something to somebody. But when you're helping someone, you're doing something for somebody. And as soon as I started to think of this thing called selling from a helping perspective, it changed, like you just said, it changed the mindset. And that's what it is. It's a shift in your mind. In fact, in Sweden, the word for selling is called säljsig, and it means to serve, to
Oh,
serve. That's what it means there. So, I mean, it's a mindset, but then eventually you have to have the tools. Okay. You just can't go into it thinking, okay, this is about communication. I'm going to think differently about it. Yeah, that's important, but that's not going to do it. You have to have the tools. You have to know what, how, when to say certain things, how to structure it, things of that nature. So, as you well know, Carmel, I don't have to tell you. I mean, you well
well,
know.
I'm one of the ones that have copied whatever you do. We just do. Isn't it? You make life so much easier. So the program is available today with the code HAPPY for a very special opportunity for everyone that's watching live and in the replay and now on podcast. And we're so grateful, Bob. Thank you for the gift.
Oh,
Thank you
my
for
pleasure.
sharing your knowledge and your experience and for the many laughs over the years. I love
Uh,
that and treasure that about you.
Thank you, Carmela. You and your whole family just wonderful. I bless you all, and I'm so grateful. Thanks everybody for joining us, and Carmela, thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. We'll see you later. Are you going live tonight coast to coast? You're
Yeah,
doing a
Coast to
program?
Coast Radio, and it's going to be kind of interesting because they usually talk about Bigfoot or aliens. I don't know how they're going to talk about Bob Circosta and home shopping, but that'll be interesting. Yeah, tonight, and it's done live.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's going to be from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. Pacific time.
See, now that makes sense. We need that kind of time with you because this was definitely not enough. But
We'll
I
do it
hope
again.
I hope you'll come back. Thank you, Bob
Thank you.
Circosta. Everyone,
Thanks,
go
everybody.
to thank you so much. Go to your Bob's website and see the program and sign up for yourself and finally have that opportunity. Love you, Bob. Thank you from everyone
Thank
here.
you.
And thank you all for watching. Go to carmelasterling.com and sign up under the VIP list so we can keep you posted and connect you with the guests. Go to Bob's website right now. Get yourself that program you've been wrestling long enough with. What am I trying to say? Figure out that clarity and your messaging from the expert. This has been very special.